I remember when I was a little kid watching my father write songs, and I'd be sort of peeking out from under the covers, and he had a little desk with a little typewriter on it, and he'd be sitting there at night reading the newspapers, cutting out articles of interest, something he thought would make a good song subject or something, and he'd get a bunch of them, and then he'd put them up on the wall, like scotch-tape them or thumbtack them or glue them or staple them or hammer and nail them or screw them in, whatever, till we had wallpaper. And that was the way he did it. And then he would take and then he had these little notebooks, these little composition notebooks, remember those cardboard ones? And he'd write in them the names of songs he was going to write. 3 columns, both sides, dozens of those books. There ain't one freaking song in the whole thing. It's just the names of songs. And he got to a lot of them, And I remember, that was how he wrote. He wanted to be a sort of journalist in songs. And matter of fact, the year I was born, it was 1947. He was going through the newspaper, and there was an article about a plane that had crashed out in California. They were deporting some illegal migrant workers or something like that. And the thing that pissed him off was that nobody's name was even mentioned. People died, nobody's name was mentioned, and names was important to him. And so he wrote down some thoughts about it. It stayed that way. There wasn't a tune to it. It wasn't a real song or nothing. Until years later, a college student named Martin Hoffman got a hold of the lyrics, put a tune to it, and it stuck. And it became one of his better-known songs. And I was thinking of that the other day, thinking this song had been written over 60 years ago now. And it sounded like it could have been wrote last week. And that's a tribute to somebody that you could write a song that's got that kind of shelf life. On the other hand, it's too bad the world still sucks. The crops are all in, and the peaches are rotting. The oranges are piled in their creosote dust. They're flying you back to the Mexican border to pay all your money to way back again. My father is on fire, waited that river. They took all the money that he made in his life. My brothers and sisters come working the fruit trees, and they rode the trucks till they broke down and died. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita, adios mis amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportees. Some of us are illegal, and others not wanted. Our work contract's out, and we have to move on. But it's 600 miles to the Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, rustlers, thieves. We've died in your hills, we've died in your deserts. We've died in your valleys, and we've died on your plains. We've died beneath your trees, and we've died in your bushes. Both sides of the river, we died just the same. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita, adios mis amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportees. A sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos, Kenya. Like a fireball of lightning, it shook all our hills. And who are these friends all scattered like dry leaves? The radio says they're just deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? And is this the best way we can grow our good fruit?